We were obviously disappointed by the Federal Court of Appeal decision. The decision by the federal court Judge Brown was one that we thought was on very good legal ground, and this decision overturns that decision of Justice Brown. And so at this point, we're reviewing it, and we're considering whether or not to bring an application for leave to the Supreme Court of Canada. We didn't bring this application to the court to try and force the government to bring them home. Rather, the point of the application was to try and get the government to do what it can do very simply, which is ask for repatriation, provide an emergency travel document, and appoint somebody for the handover. We're not asking them to make arrangements to fly them home or anything of the kind. You know, the basis of the decision is they've amplified our position, which is that a right to enter means a right to return. They've amplified our position to mean that that we're trying to have the Canadian government bring them home. We're not trying to do that at all. What we're asking the Canadian government to do is the steps that they can do very easily, and that is make the request, provide the emergency travel document, and appoint a delegate. The Federal Court of Appeal decision is there. We've received it today. We'll communicate it as best we can to the families of the four men, three of whom I represent. And as I say, we'll look at the possibility and the likelihood of an application for leave to appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada. The two women and three children who are part of the agreement that we have with the Canadian government to be brought home, they are to be brought home pursuant to that agreement. There's still a Quebec mother and her six children the six children have been assessed as eligible for repatriation. She was found eligible for assessment and for repatriation 6 months ago. So I just don't understand what the holdup is for her. Her six children have been assessed, and not surprisingly, they are certainly eligible for repatriation. So my hope is that that family will be repatriated when the other two women and three children come home. She was told basically, look, we haven't finished our assessment of you, but are you willing to consent to your six children being repatriated without you? And given that very unfortunate choice, she said, no, I want to stay with my children. So they're all waiting at this point for the assessment of mom to be completed. And as far as the other non-Canadian mums and their Canadian children, I simply don't know where they're at in the process.